Howdy y'all, this is Grey Ghost 55 and I'm coming back with another Bible video. I hope you're all doing well and I hope your days are blessed. If you ain't been part of the channel yet, if you're new to it, this is where I read the Holy Bible, King James Version, and we discover God's love and knowledge therein. And I even give a little overview of it afterwards, sometimes, not all. But without further ado, let's see what happens next in 2 Samuel. Second Samuel chapter 8. And after this it came to pass that David smote the Philistines and subdued them. And David took Megiddo out of the hand of the Philistines. And he smote Moab and measured them with a line, casting them down to the ground. Even with 2 lines measured he put to death, and with 1 full line to keep alive. And so the Moabites became David's servants and brought gifts. David smote also Hadazer, the son of Rehob, king of Zobab, as he went to recover his border at the river Euphrates. And David took from him 1,000 chariots, 700 horsemen, and 20,000 footmen. David hewed all the chariot horses, but reserved them for 100 chariots. And when the Syrians of Damascus came to succor Hadazer, king of Zobah, David slew of the Syrians 22,000 men. Then David put garrisons in Syria of Damascus, and the Syrians became servants of David and brought them gifts. And the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David took the shields of gold that were on the servants of Hadazer and brought them to Jerusalem. And from Beta and from Berontha, cities of Hadazer, King David took exceeding much brass. When Toi, king of Hamath, heard that David had smitten all the host of Hadazer, then Toi sent Joram his son unto King David to salute him and to bless him, because he had fought against Hadazer and smitten him. For Hadazer had wars with Toi, and Joram brought with him vessels of silver and vessels of gold and vessels of brass, which also King David did dedicate unto the Lord, with the silver and gold that he had dedicated all the nations which he subdued, of Syria and Moab, and the children of Ammon, and of the Philistines, and of Amalek, and of the spoils of Hadazer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah. And David got him a name when he returned from smiting of all the Syrians in the valley of Salt, being 18,000 men. And he put garrisons in Edom. Throughout all Edom he put garrisons, and all they of Edom became David's servants. And the Lord preserved David whitherso he went. And David reigned over all Israel, and David executed judgment and justice unto all his people. And Joab the son of Zeruiah was over the host, and Jehoshaphat the son of Ehud was recorder. And Zadok the son of Ethub and Anshelmanech the son of Athbatar were the priests, and Seraiah was the scribe. And Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over both the Cherethites and the Pelethites. And David's sons were chief rulers. Chapter 9. And David said, Is there yet any that is left of the house of Saul, that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake? And there was of the house of Saul a servant whose name was Ziba. And when they had called him unto David, the king said unto him, Art thou Ziba? And he said, Thy servant is he. And the king said, Is there not yet any of the house of Saul, that I may show the kindness of God unto him? And Ziba said unto the king, Jonathan had yet a son, which is lame on his feet. And the king said unto him, Where is he? And Ziba said unto the king, Behold, he is in the house of Machir, the son of Ameli, in Lodabar. Then King David sent and fetched him out of the house of Machir, the son of Ameli, from Lodabar. Now when Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, was come unto David, he fell on his face and did reverence. And David said, Mephibosheth. And he answered, Behold thy servant. And David said unto him, Fear not, for I will surely show thee kindness for Jonathan thy father's sake, and will restore thee all the land of Saul thy father. And thou shalt eat bread at my table continually. And he bowed himself and said, What is thy servant, that thou shouldest look upon such a dead dog as I am? Then the king called to Ziba, Saul's servant, and said unto him, I have given unto thy master's son all that pertained to Saul and to all his house. Thou therefore and thy sons and thy servant shall till the land for him, and thou shalt bring in the fruits, that thy master's son may have food to eat. But Mephibosheth, thy master's son, shall eat bread always at my table. Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. Then Ziba unto the king, according to all that my lord the king hath commanded his servant, so shall thy servant do. As for Mephibosheth, said the king, he shall eat at my table as one of the king's sons. And Mephibosheth had a young son, whose name was Micah, and all that dwelt in the house of Ziba were servants unto Mephibosheth. So Mephibosheth dwelt in Jerusalem, for he did eat continually at the king's table, and was lame on both his feet. Chapter 10. And it came to pass after this, that the king of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun his son reigned in his stead. Then said David, I will show kindness unto Hanun the son of Nahash, as his father showed kindness unto me. And David sent to comfort him by the hand of his servants for his father. And David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanun their lord, Thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father, that he has sent comforters unto thee? Hath not David rather sent his servants unto thee to search the city and to spy it out, and to overthrow it? Wherefore Hanun took David's servants, and shaved off 1/2 of their beards, and cut off their garments in the middle, even unto their buttocks, and sent them away. When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, Tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. And when the children of Ammon saw that they stank before David, the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrian Bethrahab and the Syrian of Zobah, 20,000 footmen of the king of Maacah, 1,000 men, and of Ishtab 12,000 men. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the host of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array at the entering of the gate. And the Syrians of Zobah and of Rahab and of Ishtab and Maacah were by themselves in the field. When Joab saw that the front of the battle was against him before and behind, he chose all the choice men of Israel and put them in array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he delivered into the hand of Ashbahah his brother, that he might put them in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, If the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will come and help thee. Be of good courage, and let us play the men for our people, and for the cities of our God, and the Lord do which seemeth him good. And Joab drew nigh, and the people that were with him, unto the battle against the Syrians, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw the Syrians were fled, then fled they also before Abishai, and entered into the city. So Joab returned from the children of Ammon, and came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they were smitten before Israel, they gathered themselves together. And Hazadar sent and brought out the Syrians that were beyond the river, and they came to Halam. And Shabach, the captain of the host of Hazadar, went before them. And when it was told David, he gathered all Israel together, and passed over Jordan, and came to Halam. And the Syrians sent themselves in array against David, and fought with him. And the Syrians fled before Israel. And David slew the men of 700 chariots of the Syrians, and 40,000 horsemen, and smote Shabach, the captain of their host, who died there. And when all the kings that were servants to Hazar saw that they were smitten before Israel, they made peace with Israel, and served them. So the Syrians feared to help the children of Ammon any more. And that, my friends, concludes these chapters of 2 Samuel. It showed how much God stood with David. Almost, it seems like every battle he just goes into, as long as he knows the Lord's with him, he just comes out victorious. But that is an awesome story of how David not only became a king of Israel, but maintained his rule. He brought justice to his people. I can't wait to happen what happens next week. But friends, I am working on them other couple videos. I got a couple lined up, and like the hoop coop video, I plan to finish it here soon. Hopefully work and everything seems to wind up at once. But my friends, I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday, and I hope you keep doing them prayers and speaking to God, because he is listening. And if you haven't considered making Jesus your Lord Savior, please do so. I implore you. Search your soul. Because I know when I went and took that plunge, the rest is history. And also remember, all glory goes to God. Until next time, this is Grey Ghost 55 out.